Good morning, and I'm Debbie Cronister. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And this morning I'm here to show you cards numbers 4, 5, and 6 from the Inked Occasions Paper Pumpkin, April 2025, my alternate cards. I have 21 of them, so each day I will be showing you 3 more for the next 6 days, because there was already one. The first 3 were already posted. So this one is card number 4. You'll find all the instructions on my blog at stampwithdeb.com and more pictures if you go there. So let's get going. So for this one, I have used from the Paper Pumpkin kit this piece of the card front, and I have cut my little flowers. Oh, let's see, that's got to go this way, right? Cut my little flowers using the linked together dies, and the stem was also, these are all cut out of the Paper Pumpkin card front. Not this front, but another one that I used for scraps. So let's go ahead and get started. This is a really simple card, but it's really pretty. Okay, so let's start with, we have our 2 pieces for the inside, which we always put in there to write on. So let's get those 2 together. Whoa, come on, glue, wake up. Okay. I think I need to move up just a little this morning. Okay. And there is the inside. Now, I don't glue mine to the inside until I'm ready to write on them and send them to someone. So that will go inside my card. The front, this is the front, and this gets attached to this 5 1/4 by 4 Petunia Pop. It's one of our in colors. So it'll be around for another year, and then we say goodbye to it. But it matches beautifully. It coordinates beautifully with this Paper Pumpkin. Okay, now I have die cut this from Linked Together, and I have a piece of vellum here. So I am going to put that on my vellum by just putting some little tiny glue dots at various places. So one up here, here. I'm going to go down this side a little bit. Boy, shaky hands this morning. Just a little. I slept too long. Okay. I do want to pop out these down here. There's a couple of little things that didn't come out when it was die cut. And so let's pop those out just with my take your pick tool. Now I have glue all over them and all over me. Okay. We want those to go away. Right. I'm going to adhere this to my vellum, and the vellum is a little harder to see, so I'm going to flip this over so I can see where I'm at. Just any solid background will help. And I just want a little border around that vellum. Now, vellum is a tricky one because you can see the glue through it. So what I did is, or you can usually see if you put a dimensional, because this is popped up on dimensionals. So if I put a dimensional behind it, you're going to see it. So what I did next is I put all my little flowers on glue dots and stuck them together. I should have done this before, huh? So I wouldn't have to take all this time. That's okay. This also helps me to know what colors I have and what goes with what. Let me grab my little clip. When I'm doing this, I like to put a little clip on the bottom of this because it adds some weight to it, and just let it go off the edge of my table. So it also helps to move it along. And so I'm just putting these so that the center of the flower is on that glue dot. One more. after this one. I have to be able to see them, and that stuck to me. No, it didn't. I have 2 more, 3 more, 4. Let's get those on there. To me, this is just the easiest way to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and put my stem on my front here. So that I will do with a little bit of glue. Oops, wrong glue. Just a little to hold it. And I'm just going to go up about like that. Just pick a location. I should have a short stem right here. Oops, and I missed a flower. So when I did this, let me put that over there. There are 14 flowers. So 7 finished flowers, but 14, you'll have to die cut 14. And the nice thing is that flower came from LinkedIn, and it has 2 every time you die cut. Whoops, oops, oops, oops. Come on. My hands must be getting a little sticky. I want that to hang down a little. Okay, and let's put this last flower on our little row here. All right, now I'm going to take and I'm going to pick up and match my flowers. So I'm using my Take Your Pick tool. Whoops, let's get on camera. I'm going to pick that up and place it right on here. And this way I can position it and press it down. Pick this one up and position it as well. And let's see, do I have another green one? So let's put this pink one on here. Just makes it really easy to position those. If my hands weren't shaking so much this morning, it would help. Okay. Pick that one up and put it, well, let's go this way. And this one. Maybe my coffee hasn't kicked in. Like I said, we were late getting up this morning. Kind of nice when this is your business and you can sleep in if you need to. Okay, I've had a couple of busy days. Now, I'm going to come back and I'm going to put my flowers on here, just by picking them up with my Take Your Pick tool and placing them in. I think this one's going to go down lower since I put that one up a little high. And let's get a pink one next. I have a pink and green one, which is interesting. This one got a little bit of green and this one got a little bit of pink. So it's the way it is. Okay, there. And we'll put, let's see, we have a couple of green ones here. 1, 2, 3, and I didn't put a 4th one down here. So we'll put a 4th one down here. And then one up here and one here. So mine looks a little different. That's okay. Everybody's, it's okay. It's okay for yours to be different than mine. It's your design. And so in Stampin', you can copy and share everything, which means you can case it, which means you can copy it. And then if you change it, it becomes your own design. So I'm going to add some bling. These are the in color dots. Maybe I'm going to add them. And this one is, let's see if I can get that off there and get it on here where okay. Shouldn't have cut them apart. It's harder when you cut them apart. But these were cut for a class. And I did one extra one so that I could do these videos. So it's hard to pull it off because I want to slide it. You want to slide it with the Take Your Pick tool. If I get really stuck, I will pick it up with my fingernails. So, but I prefer not to, and that one's going to get stuck on my paper if I'm not careful. So I'm going to just go underneath and try to pick him up like that. And that one gets a green one. You're just going to put one of these in the center of each one. That one's really off. You can see the hole in there. Let's see if I can move that one without ruining it. Yes. There we go. Okay, now, whoops. My paper slide. Okay, let's, I'm going to turn this over, and you can see where my flowers are. That's where I'm going to put my dimensionals. So let me grab those dimensionals. And so I can put one behind this flower. And there's one here. There's one here. And there's some at the bottom here. Okay. I can put one in here. Now, for the top corners, there's nothing. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a mini dimensional and I'm going to cut it in half. And just put one half on each corner. Actually, I think the minis will fit on the corner. But this way, I know it'll fit. Okay. Okay, let's pull those papers off. Oh, I can put one more over here because my greeting is going to come out here. So I know I can put one here. And just put it right in there. And then when we place the greeting on the other side, we'll know exactly where it goes. Okay, let's see, that one's off, that one's off. And that one. Okay, so now placing it on here, straight. With shaky hands. Just going to go just like that. Okay, it's on. All right, then we have a little tag that came from the paper pumpkin kit. And that is this little tag. And I'm going to stamp a little note on there. And the little note comes from, uh-oh, I didn't put my set out. Which set this comes from? I'm not sure. It's in the instructions, guys. So, but I am going to stamp it in Berry Burst. How about, I want Petunia. Let me grab one. Oops, it's right here. So it's in Petunia Pop. And it just fits on that. Let's see, let's get something to put it on. We'll put it on the back of this so I can see it, where those edges are, because this just fits. Yes. Okay. I think I actually did that on with fresh freesia. You know that, guys? I think I did. It makes it a little softer. We're going to turn it over. We're going to do it again in fresh freesia. And I think that will make it softer. I think that's what my instructions say too when I look at that. So. Okay. We're ready. Flip it over. And there it goes. Nice thing about this one is that you can use both sides. Sometimes you can't because it shows. So let's get the card back over and right side up. And for this one on the left, see, there's my little thing. So on the left, I'm going to put adhesive. So let's put a little glue on there. And of course, my glue is deciding to dry up a little. There we go. And on the right, I will put a mini dimensional. Or just put that on the back of there. And put this right on here. Whoops, it stuck to me. See, I have the shakes really bad this morning. My goodness. Oh, I need more water, maybe. Okay. I get them when I sleep in. Okay, so we're going to then attach this to the front of the card, to our card base. Just like that. And there we are. There is card number 4. Okay, so let's move on to card number 5. Okay. For this one, I used the split level texture die. And that's what this is. It is a retired die. I used a lot of products for these cards, and some of them are retired. But I still have them, and I decided I need to use them if I have them. And all of this is pre-cut. If you do sign up for Spice Up Paper Pumpkin, that's what I call my club, my group, my class, Spice Up Paper Pumpkin. If you sign up for that, all the dies will be cut for you. So this is such a pretty card. This die is from the Paper Pumpkin add-on kit. So let's get started. Some of you may still have this this die from the split layered. I think it's called split layered texture die. I know it's called texture because it's kind of a funny thing. I thought about putting a sheet of the Paper Pumpkin behind this, and you could do that instead of using the white here. You could do, I mean, it's not here. This is the inside. Instead of using the white, you could actually put a sheet of that Paper Pumpkin. Let me see. I think I have one piece left. That's the wrong piece, but I didn't know if it would show through. I wouldn't use this soft one. I would use a bolder one. It would. I have a strip of the bold one. So if you're doing this and you want to put that paper, that would be pretty in there. See, that would be really pretty. So, but I didn't, I chose not to. I'm using the leaves, which reminds me, where are my leaves? Uh-oh. I lost my leaves. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, there they are. Okay, I'm using my leaves for this kit out of the Paper Pumpkin, and so that's what I'm showing on here. Oh, the glue didn't come out, but that's a good thing. Okay. This is kind of a tricky one over here, so I'm going to get my fine tip. Just come down the side. It doesn't have to be all the way in every spot. Let's turn it that way, so I'm going to put my arm in it. The nice thing about the glue on this die is that you can adjust it a little bit if you need to after you've put it on. So let's pull out our front. There we go. Okay. Oh, and I did it the opposite way. Oops. Okay, we're going to adjust it. We're going to pull it off and turn it around. That's a major adjustment. Okay, but if I had used a tear and tape or a tape, it wouldn't have done that. It does show the glue a little bit, but hopefully when it dries, it'll be okay. And we're going to put our leaves there. So I have the leaves from the Paper Pumpkin, and it came in a long strip with a bunch of different ones. On this one, I'm just going to trim this off right here. And I'm going to attach that with some glue. I'll put some glue down here just because it's going to go over onto those different areas. And a little glue. And up here, I'm going to put a glue dot. So let me grab a glue dot here. This is a very delicate piece, so you really want to be careful with it. So I'm just going to put that right up. I want to get my glue dot down first before I get the rest of my glued. Just like right in there. I'm not going all the way to the top, just down a little ways, because I do have this beautiful bow that's tied from the silver and white sheer ribbon, and this is still available. Okay, bow on. Okay, I should have some bling here somewhere. It's probably laying right here. No, should have been in that envelope. I seem to be losing my bling today. And I did see this little 3-pack. It's probably on my desk. Okay, so I added the bling to it. And then for this is the tag that was from the Paper Pumpkin add-on kit for this month. And it's good for 3 months. So it coordinates with the Paper Pumpkin for 3 months. So it's kind of a nice deal to add on to your kit. And I'm going to stamp this in Gorgeous Grape, which I don't have sitting here. Let's see, where's my grape? Right here. So, right side up. Yeah, I made a mess of that stamp. The nice thing is I made such a mess of the stamp, but it won't make any difference because I'm just going to go straight down and straight up, and I have a beautiful image. So, even though I made a mess of the stamp. So, let's clean that stamp off. There we go. Now it looks great, see? And that comes from another stamp set. And you'll have to check out my instructions. Here's my bling. I found it. Okay. I knew I had some. Okay, so let's add this. And this is going to go on dimensionals. So they are, you know what, when I'm stamping, everything ends up where it shouldn't be. I'm trying to stay organized sometimes is a challenge on here. So I've lost my dimensionals. I have my minis, so we'll use those. Probably put them away. So we'll just use the mini dimensionals. And that doesn't work. I thought maybe my take your pick tool would work with them. The nice thing is these are the same height. So if I found my other dimensionals, I could just switch over and use the same, and they're the same height. Our minis and our regular ones are the same height. So they're just bigger around, which is what I wanted for this one. Okay, let's flip this over. I'm going to place it right on here. Just, I want my flowers to show. There we go. Okay, so then I'm going to come back and I'm going to add my bling. This is the purple shimmer gems, and they are just beautiful. They come in 3 different colors of purple in one pack, and one of them is Blackberry Bliss, which is really interesting. It's almost a red. So there's card number 5. And for card number 6, and this is card number 6. So my recommendation to this, which I haven't done yet and should have already done, is that you stamp these little butterflies before you emboss that paper. Okay, so card number 6, this goes with card number 5. Let's get it out there. Put that over there. Okay, card number 6, this is going to go on the inside right here. And this is cut at 5 by 3 3/4. And then the berry is cut at 5 1/4 by 4. which is our standard, pretty much a standard size for layering. Both of these are standard layer size. Okay, that's going to go on the inside. Then for the front, we have a piece that is 2 inches. Yes, 2 inches. And this came from the paper pumpkin. Isn't that gorgeous? I think that's so pretty. Okay, so that, and we have a piece of 2 1/8 by 5 1/4, I believe it is. Maybe by 5. Yeah, it would be by 5. 2 1/8 by 5, and that's going to go right on there. Oh, that should have been 5 because it's too long. Let's see. It is, it's too long. So I'm going to trim that off. I'm just going to take a pair of scissors and trim it off. Oh no, I know. I'm supposed to go all the way to the top. That's why. That's why. Come on, give it to me. Give it to me, thank you. Let's try this again. We'll go all the way to the top on this one. You could leave it the other way and trim it off. But you'd want to cut it so that I have a gap at the bottom as well. Okay, now we've got that one ready. So then I have these 2 pieces. This is Berry Burst. I am not a Berry Burst fan, but I have enjoyed using this. So this is Berry Burst, and this is the basic white. This is the one we're going to stamp the little butterflies on in the Berry Burst. Did I bring my butterflies over? Oh, I found that. I found my my dimensionals. Let's see, where's my little butterflies? The butterflies came in the paper pumpkin kit, and they're just little tiny little butterflies. So, and I'm going to stamp those over here and hope that I get them in about the right location. Let's see. Yeah, right there. Okay, so once I've stamped those, then I'm going to go and emboss. So I'm going to emboss it with the Forever Plaid embossing folder, and just try to position my little butterflies so they don't get squished by the, oh, perfect. Well, no matter how I put them, one of them is going to get a line through him. So it's better if you can do it do it before you emboss. Because I did it afterwards because it was a last minute thought because I felt like it needed something there, and it didn't stamp very well. So we'll see how it looks after it's embossed. Okay, you guys know what embossing is. It is where you take this folder and you put your paper in there like that, and you run it through the die cut and emboss machine, and you get this beautiful pattern out here. So when you're doing this, always make sure that you do it. If you have something stamped, an image stamped, make sure that you're doing it with the Stampin' Up! Logo facing you, because that is the proper way for the folder to go through. All right, that's the proper image. Sometimes we use like the negative image, what I would call the negative image, and that's okay. But this way, you know that it is exactly what it should be. Okay, so let's adhere this to, it also gives you a line at the bottom, which makes it a little easier to line it up when you're putting it in, especially for something like this, because you want the pattern to be straight, because it will show. So there's a line across there where it said Stampin' Up!, there's a line. Okay, so I have used a couple of retired ovals, and those are listed in my instructions. So you'll find my instructions by going to stampwithdeb.com, and you'll find the picture on there, and you'll find the instructions. They are linked right now. If the post has gone live, there's just no video yet. Okay, so I'm going to put that on there. They are my ovals. For this, I am going to trim off this bottom again, and the nice thing is this will all stay together when I trim the bottom off. So I don't have to worry about it getting all wonky, and I'm going to lose some of it, and that's okay. You could probably do something with that. Looks like grass. You could probably do something with that. So then I'm going to attach this by just putting a little glue right here and here, and maybe a little down in here. Let's see what's under my fingers. Yeah, we probably should put a little down here, huh? And maybe a little on here. Okay, we're just going to place that on there. Just like that, pressing it down. I have a bow. This is not a Stampin' Up! Product. Stampin' Up! Doesn't carry this bow, and we're getting really low on ribbons right now. You could use a Petunia Pop, but I just didn't feel like it went with, and I bought some of this last year to do a craft fair, and so I figured I'm going to use some of it. So it is not a Stampin' Up! Product. And my bow is going to go right on there. Okay, we have a greeting tag, which came from Stylish Shapes Dies, and we're going to stamp Feel Better Soon on there, which is right. I've had a hard time finding this stamp. It's right in front of me. Feel Better Soon. And you'll find all of the names of where everything came from in my instructions. So I was real careful to be sure to do that. Make sure that you have all of it, because I used so many different things this time. So this, I believe, came from Unbounded Love. I think that's where it came from. So, okay, let's put it together now. Okay, so we have our card front. Let's attach this. I'd really like to have my Stampin' Seal I fixed. Yes, I did. My Stampin' Seal Plus was giving me a problem earlier. And it's doing beautiful now. I love it. Okay, I'm going to flatten this out. And add this next. And that's going to go on here, just leaving, for some reason I seem to be getting off screen today a lot. Just leaving a little edge there. And the nice thing is my nice straight die embossing helps me find that line to leave it on. Okay, and then I'm going to attach this with dimensionals, which I found my large ones while I was picking up stamp pads. There we go. Oops, there's one here that doesn't have one. No, I don't have it off that one or that one. Okay. All right, and I'm going to attach that. Oh, I have to let my butterflies show, don't I? So don't get your butterflies too low. Yeah, right in there. And my Feel Better Soon is also going to go on. See, I should have gone a little higher with that. Can I move it yet? I can. It's being nice to me and letting me move it. I think I want to go a little higher, so make sure you get your butterflies high enough. Just go up as far as I can, as close as I can to those. And I'm moving over too far. Okay. Okay, there it is. It's going to stay there. Or it's going to start getting crooked and everything. Feel Better Soon will work on there. So for that one, I also did the glue on the left side because it is up a little higher, and the dimensional on the right side. Okay. So that pops it up so that the greeting is even. I'm just going to go like that. And that is, oops, nope, we have some bling to put in there, don't we? So that is card number 6. I'm going to try doing these, and so they'll post on Facebook. Oops, I lost it. Where'd it go? It's right there. So that they'll post on Facebook without me having to do a live. But I haven't figured out how to make it do that yet. So I'll be working on that today. These things are not cooperating with me this morning. Okay, I have one stuck on my paper here. I'm going to see if I can pull it off by just going underneath it and putting it right there. There we go. So that is card number 6. You will find the instructions for all of these cards and more at stampwithdeb.com. Thanks for joining me today, and I will see you here tomorrow. There are the 3 cards. There we are. I will see you here tomorrow. Thank you. Bye-bye.